What's up, Ravens flock? Look, we've got to talk about the future, because this season has been a roller coaster, and the stakes are only getting higher. With the playoffs just around the corner, the Ravens are grinding, but there's no denying we've got some gaps to fill if we want to make a real run for that Lombardi. You know what I'm talking about. There are a few key areas where we could use a boost, especially on defense and maybe even in the backfield. The buzz is that Baltimore's front office might already have their eyes on some game changers who could come in and make a big impact. Not just for the rest of the season, but heading into next year. We're talking players who can bring the fire and help Lamar and the squad finally break through. So here's the deal. Stick around because we're diving into who these potential additions could be, why they'd be a perfect fit, and how they could help the Ravens get back to dominating. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and let's get into it. Big things could be on the horizon for Baltimore. Let's start with a potential game changer on defense. Josh Sweat. This guy has been a reliable force for the Eagles, showing durability and consistency that the Ravens desperately need on their pass rush. With Baltimore losing key contributors like Jadeveon Clowney in the offseason, Sweat would instantly elevate this unit. His ability to pressure quarterbacks and make big plays in crunch time could be the difference maker in tight postseason games. Sweat's track record speaks for itself. He's proven he can stay healthy and produce at a high level, making him a perfect fit for a Ravens defense that thrives on physicality and aggression. Pairing Sweat with Kyle Van Noy and Roquan Smith could give Baltimore the balance they need to compete with the AFC's top offenses. And let's be real, if you're facing guys like Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow in the playoffs, you've got to make them uncomfortable. Sweat could be the guy to do just that. Now, let's talk about the backfield. Derrick Henry has been a monster this season, but every workhorse needs a reliable backup. And right now, Baltimore's depth at running back is shaky. That's where Jordan Mason comes into play. This guy has shown flashes of brilliance with the 49ers, stepping up in big moments and proving he can carry the load when needed. For the Ravens, Mason represents insurance. Justice Hill is solid but more of a change-of-pace option, and Keaton Mitchell hasn't been able to find consistent footing. Adding Mason would give Baltimore a dependable backup who can step in if Henry needs a breather or, heaven forbid, gets sidelined. With a 2-year deal already in place for Henry, Mason could also serve as a long-term investment for the future of the Ravens' ground game. Finally, let's shift to the passing game. The Ravens have some exciting talent in Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, but inconsistency and injuries have held this group back. Enter Trey Harris, a potential draft target who brings versatility, strength, and a high football IQ to the table. This guy is exactly the type of player Baltimore needs to round out its receiving core. Harris has the skill set to line up anywhere, outside, in the slot, you name it. His ability to run sharp routes and make plays after the catch could open up the Ravens' offense in ways we haven't seen yet. Imagine Lamar Jackson with another reliable target to complement Flowers and Mark Andrews. Harris isn't just a nice-to-have, he could be a game-changer for this team. So, Ravens flock, here's the bottom line. These moves could take this team from good to unstoppable. Josh Sweat brings the kind of defensive firepower that makes quarterbacks think twice before stepping into the pocket. Jordan Mason would solidify a backfield that already strikes fear into opposing defenses, and Trey Harris could elevate the passing game to a whole new level. But it's not just about adding talent. It's about sending a message. These moves would show that the Ravens are serious about winning now and building for the future. With the AFC as competitive as it's ever been, Baltimore can't afford to sit back and hope for the best. It's time to be aggressive, fill the gaps, and make sure this team is ready to go toe-to-toe with anyone. Now it's your turn. Which of these potential moves do you think is the most important for the Ravens? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get the debate going. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. We're all in this together, Ravens flock, and the mission is clear. Bring the Lombardi back to Baltimore. Let's get it.